This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area, so don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusual. If you have a target in mind, let's go.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh! I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate...
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right
now. Lieutenant Yanxing and General FEIXIAO?
You're aware of the Borison prison break?
Yeah, I've received the news.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter.
No, everything is normal on the ship.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while.
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanxing, aren't you supposed to be on the...
Thank you for your concern, but I have more...
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, well, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try...
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet HOOLAY?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoxing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
familiar.
Stay away! Memories are beneath the water. Lies an endless abyss!
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Never hesitate! Destiny is apparent. Ill tidings manifest.
That's half the work.
I venture forth to hunt.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Destiny for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It takes a fall.
The fearless will not fear!
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to HOOLAY's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them. Not all Phoxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqing. To the Wolf Masters, Phoxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqing. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall HOOLAY, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop HOOLAY from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please, save. I want. Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot.
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping.
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right... I will...
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
I do. Loud and...
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borison bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borison. Moonrage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borison, to have their bodies torn apart by Moonrage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster, and in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
HOOLAY. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled.
but I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the luck's arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation. All the way down to your bone.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason: witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured FEIXIAO.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox, as the wolf's creed goes. Gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles, that's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That... Mock talk.
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the war dance will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape...
Calm down, Mock talk. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the Wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Mock talk. Let me tell you how the Burisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go...
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Mock talk. We're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into them. Now, you devious monkey.
Chow Chow.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xiangzhou Lafu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cops. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths rise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworried. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the wolf's greed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory!
To attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle. March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you? As a representative of the Xianzhou Lafu, that's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Lafu Swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good Master Yenqing. But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds. I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan. Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Zhuming. Master Yunli, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence? March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way? Why don't we call Master Yanqing back? What kind of master would retire at the height of their career and leave their March, your master has dropped out of the contest. This is a great opportunity for you to stick your neck... Stick my neck out and get my head chopped off, you mean? What is all this complaining about? You made a promise to my grandfather, and now you want to run away? Master Yunli, I don't think I'm completely ready. March, there is no... No such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yunli, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yanqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
March 7! The invincible March 7! Next time you try to bluff like that...
I see you are both quite relaxed. Miss Yunli's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Sky... Please, follow this path.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe. Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So... there are so many... March, before the war, my grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me. Waving around such a giant weapon... Master Yunli favors using overwhelming force over strategy. You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to... Why would you tell... That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you know myself and know the enemy.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th. Nothing out of the ordinary. Another awkward pause. I know it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Making things awkward, really?
There are still many guests arriving.
Understood.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yanqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the young. This last-minute replacement.
That's right. I'm the March...
What? You're...
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only...
March 7th. Standing before you...
tricking the opponent into underestimating.
Ugh. Ooh! You're March...
That's right. And...
as you can see,
I see the Skyfaring Commission.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. First, the question that is on everyone. This is just gossip from unreliable... my apologies. This was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yanqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many... May I ask who that might... The talented swordswoman from the Xianzhou Juming, Miss Yun Li. Thank you very much for accepting my interview.
The first round of the war dance is about me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw... Looking at these contestants, I understand why you wanted me...
So?
I knew it! Let's go. That's enough knowing the enemy for now. It's saying... Well, looks that's enough knowing the enemy.
Let's see.
Walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue. Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectacle. Look over there. That's the ring. Master Yunli. It's too late. Almost time. As soon as I think about the mission General Hyan gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy. It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa's orders. I wonder how Master Yen... Hey!
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before...
Yes, General!
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
That mean...
You will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of my way.
Wait.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord HOOLAY ordered us to remain here, just to see if you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little...
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death?
Save your breath.
Fangs and claws got dull. The fear that kills not fear.
Free will, or was it fate?
Eternal.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You're falling apart on your own. Never hesitate! I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
What? The warhead has prepared a road of no return for all of you.
Wildza, are you okay? Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage?
HOOLAY is planning on attacking the bustling street.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out, HOOLAY can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on
He has an ace up his sleeve. HOOLAY's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borisin wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is HOOLAY's declaration of war. His blood
It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions, and is planning to spread it across the Law Foods.
He wants to encircle us.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them inform—
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war,
But if HOOLAY succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly. What HOOLAY wants is to see everyone on the Lawfu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Lawfu for signs of an attack until we exhaust ourselves. Like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They had an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is. The way I see it, this is all nothing. No matter what HOOLAY does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Lawfu.
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go. So?
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, are we just supposed to abandon those lessons?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that we will ask ourselves, but never be able to answer. Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision, and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemy's movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. We must make a decision. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are nameless. Please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildset.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return to the Sky—
If HOOLAY does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am able to
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade in my hands that he shall—
Cloud Knights! The Borsin have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borsin to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard. Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borsin attack.
FEIXIAO, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately! There you are, FEIXIAO. Madam Yukong! After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a long Let's get this started. Remember, you are still on the Lawfu. Try not to go too wild. Let's see. Let's see. Green 4. Stream 4. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskip Haven. But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Aurum Alley. We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that HOOLAY has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow!
What's that? Everyone, out of the way! What a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about HOOLAY and Zhao Cho. That was one of FEIXIAO's arrows. Who knows what she used as an arrow? I wouldn't say always, but often would be fair. As soon as the heat of battle gets to her, she sees every place as a battlefield where she can take a good look around. If you can find one or two, I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Phyxian wars? So decisive, so brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the Warhead has his eyes on her.
The sneak that infiltrated the shackling prison. Moktok. You are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourselves, it is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me.
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that we beasts know well, it is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I lived as a hunter for many years. Yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent, brief period. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. We were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord HOOLAY, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should die for it as well. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the...
How honorable. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are.
Poison in my veins.
Resurgence? Freely, as you did 1,000 years before? I'm sure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
1,000 years before? We're sure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
Okay. I venture forth to hunt. Forever.
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Thank you. Stay safe.
Never hesitate!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
How familiar.
Another journey begins. Just now for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It's been so far.
How familiar. Fangs and claws got dull.
Fear the soul, not fear!
This will set me right.
How familiar.
It's your call. What kind of dance do you want this time?
Pillage and murder freely, as you did 1,000 years before? We're sure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever.
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Fight! Straight like this will set me running!
You've got a lot of nerve.
All will eventually rest. I leave it to you.
Freely, as you did 1,000 years before? I'm sure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
Fangs and claws got dull.
Never hesitate!
Straight like this will set me running!
No!
familiar.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you fearless without fear.
Boris and resurgence.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borisin.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
HOOLAY, your declaration of war. From now on, no matter where you run, General FEIXIAO will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Monza. I am here, HOOLAY. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borisin blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. HOOLAY, are you—
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also, when you think about it, this was a gift from the Borisin. Anything that we gift, we are also from the Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. Before you arrive, I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate the ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xianzhou is. Then, I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path.
I accept your challenge, HOOLAY. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter,
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security. That's easy for my grandfather to say. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. According to the plan, I should seek out the cloud. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.